Does it feel real yet? It doesn't feel real. Nothing about this feels real. And I'm talking about not just the race in Finland, but everything that's happened in the last year.
We've been so busy, I think I haven't had the capacity to really let reality set in yet that we're about to travel across the world to go do a race, to do something that we love.
I don't know if I can say it feels real yet. Of course, we've stayed busy with the training and everything else in life going on, but it still feels somewhat like a dream.
How do I feel at this point in the lead up? At this point physically, I feel great. The race in Louisville last weekend was awesome. Got to try the new kit, the new wheels, everything went great. My only concern really over the next 4 weeks is probably just in my own head, worrying that somehow I'm going to screw this up. There's going to be some logistical step that messes up me being able to get out there. I'm going to pull a hamstring. I'm going to trip and fall down the stairs. But outside of that, at this point with a month to go, I'm anxious, but I feel ready.
I feel tired. I think that's a combination of, it has been a long, hot, dry summer here in Austin. It has been a busy stretch with work. And then of course, all the workouts stacked on top of one another. It just adds up.
2 weeks ago, we had a full week of recovery. The intensity was taken down on a lot of the workouts. But I am still feeling some fatigue in the body. But I think that tells me that I am executing the workouts as they're intended. And I'm gaining, more strength and speed in my body, in my legs, in my upper body. So I feel like I'm still making gains.
What do you think you need in this last bit of preparation? In the final month, the thing that I think I need more than anything is just consistency. It's not like I've been having trouble getting through the training plan and the workouts recently, but as we get closer to this and begin the taper, I just want to make sure that I'm sticking to the plan and I'm staying consistent. I think my biggest fear is some sort of injury cropping up. So at this point, I'm not looking to increase my FTP. I'm not looking for any kind of gains. I just want to stick to the plan, stay healthy, and travel safely out there.
I feel where I can make the most gains right now in the 3 weeks we have left would be with the run. So I'm really gonna put the big majority of my focus into the run and continue to hit the workouts as prescribed and continue pushing through on the runs when they get hard. Because let me tell you, with this weather we have right now, these runs are hard.
In this last bit of preparation, 3 weeks from today, we get on the airplane. I think what I need the most are two things. The first is getting as much rest and recovery as I can in the opportunities that I have. And then also, I think I really need to focus on the endurance side of training, getting in some longer runs. I've done a lot of VO2 max work on the bike and the run, but now I need to really put that to use in doing some longer training runs so that I have the volume so that my body is ready for race day. But other than that, I think everything else is set and ready to go.
Once it comes time, once we get to August 21st, when we should be stepping foot on Finland soil, at that point, I'll really start to take in the landscape, and at that point, just be like, we're here, this is what it is, let's go.
Getting on an airplane for several hours and touching down in a whole new world, a whole new landscape. I can only dream about it, but to also sit back and think this dream will be a reality. I'm really excited. It's been a long, hard road to realize this dream, and this year has been a good year for me, but the last year and a half prior was filled with so many ups and downs and really so many downs that I feel like this is somewhat of a victory lap, and I'm going to try to take it all in, appreciate everything that this opportunity is giving me, and not just that, but make the most of the opportunity to race in Finland. And I think when we get there, when we see it, when we're in the vibe and the energy of the race experience and the village, it'll hit me then. I might be a little emotional.
It doesn't feel real. Nothing about this feels real. And I'm talking about not just the race in Finland, but everything that's happened in the last year. It was a year ago yesterday that I tested positive for COVID for the second time. I caught it in mid-June, and then 6 weeks later at the end of July, I caught it again. I didn't even know you could get COVID twice that close together. Cait, the second time, managed to avoid it. We quarantined in opposite ends of the house, and while I was sitting on my end of the house, sad and alone, I got a call that my grandma died. It was a lousy time, and I couldn't go to the funeral. So I wasn't in a good headspace mentally, and physically, I was struggling to get up and take a shower. So a few months before that, earlier in the summer, I'd registered for an Olympic distance try in Birmingham. And 3 days before that race was set to happen, I was testing negative. And I talked to my doctor, and he gave me his blessing to go try and race. So I guess I was being stubborn. So I went and raced. My time was terrible, but I was really proud that I got it done. Life threw a whole bunch of curveballs at me, and I didn't want to just keep staying at home and being sad. If I don't do that race, I probably don't feel comfortable enough to try to do Augusta 70.3 a month later. If I don't do Augusta, I don't meet Tiffany and Caitlin, and we all don't end up in Chattanooga together, where I qualified for Worlds. So right now, no, this doesn't feel real because I'm thinking back to how bad a year ago was right now. And even in my wildest dreams, I never thought that the rebound from a pretty low period of my life was going to turn into this. But I've got to say, I'm trying to make sure I appreciate every moment, every second of this, and not take it for granted. Because a year ago, I was healthy one day, my grandma was alive one day, and then flash forward a week, I was quarantining, and she wasn't with us anymore. So it doesn't feel real, and I also know that life is fragile. So I want to try to appreciate everything that's happening as we go through this. I can't wait for next month. I just can't wait.